All right, 19 minutes before 10 o'clock, we were just talking about intellectual property, and one of the biggest areas where intellectual property surfaces in America is the movies. I mean, I think America is known around the world for its movies. I think that's probably the only thing we haven't dropped off on. And guess what? We're making some movies right here in Ocala, and we're going to find out about one of them right now. Bronson Mosley is in the studio with Tony Abandolo. I hope I'm saying your names right. Both are writers, directors, and producers. They've got a movie called Only Another Day. It is a zombie apocalypse movie. And we're going to find this is like a new genre, isn't it? And it will be showing at the Ocala Drive-In Theater on March 23rd, which is coming up, Saturday, Robin?
Yes, sir.
At 10 p.m., and they've got a couple of websites and Facebook pages they're going to tell you about. Tony Abandolo and Bronson Mosley. Good morning, gentlemen. Nice to see you both.
Good morning, Larry.
So tell me about the movie, Only Another Day.
Well, Only Another Day is a local independent film project here based in and around Marion County. Not only is the movie shot at locations that are familiar to residents like the Appleton Museum, the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion.
We've got zombies at the Appleton?
We have zombies at the Appleton. Zombies appreciate art, apparently, even in the afterlife. But no, it's shot here around Marion County. It features the volunteer work of almost 200 people in the county, have different ranges of experience, and that's from photographers, actors, local musicians, just pretty much anyone has been invited to come out and be a part of the process and join in the filming.
Now, is this something you both wrote, and did you write it specifically as a film, or was it a book first? Or
ironically, if I may, me and my sister started the project back in October, and we wanted to make a movie. You know, we had a very naive, childlike approach to it. Hey, let's make a movie. We were on the Santos bike trails, and we were going to bring zombies.
That's like rock and roll movie making, because that's how rock and roll is, isn't it?
That's funny, because that does play into this movie as well.
It was a Cinderella story. So we decided to make this movie. We invite our friends, our family.
Did you have a camera?
We personally didn't even have a camera. We invited a cameraman. So we decided to try to make a movie, and we took our first stab at it in November, and it was kind of backyard home zombie movie type thing, and then we continued to move forward with it. We decided to link up with some local bands here and do a zombie rock concert this past January.
Is it funny? Is it a silly movie, a comedy? Is there?
It's a zombie, actually. It's a zombie comedy movie.
A new word, yeah. So I'm still not clear. I mean, you talking about the movie? Was it first talking about the story that became the movie, or did making the movie make the story?
I'll tell you the premise of it. The original idea is that we were going to do a zombie rock concert, and we were almost going to do episode-based things, like 10, 12-minute videos on YouTube, on the internet, and go from there. The reaction we got, we opened our doors and had this big rock concert experience on the 5th at the Ghost Rider Saloon, and we had 120 people come out to be a part of the movie. And so in a very Cinderella overnight-like fashion, we had all these people, with all these connections and all these, all this drive and wanting to be a part of this thing. And it quickly went from a short little episode that we were going to make to nearly an hour-and-a-half long film.
So did you put together like a production company, or is that still kind of a loosely? I mean, what is that?
We are incorporated. We do have a corporation, and this is our first joint venture project. So basically, now we're just wrapping up with this, and we're going to be moving on to other projects that are on the table right now.
Okay. So is this a first film for both of you?
This would be the first film. Yes.
Is it when you showed us? This is more of a technical question because I don't know how you do this, but when you actually make a movie. And nowadays, is it film or is it a CD? Is it a thumb drive? What is it actually?
It's all digital. I mean, they still do the classic Hollywood, the reel. They still play films on reel. If we were a true Hollywood budget
but your
production.
movie, when it goes to the drive-in, what is it shown off of?
It is showing off a digital projector, so it's
wow.
based off digital files. Most of the movie is shot with Canon cameras, with similar,
love Canon.
Like that?
Pretty much, just like that.
No way.
That's why he elbowed me and gave me the look like, hey, they got our camera.
That's the camera you used to make the movie
That's
with?
pretty much.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got some
pretty much
zombie
it.
makeup in the
love
car. If we want to do an attack on the Cascades here, we could.
So
throw it together.
now, what's the thing with the zombie thing? I see this on the internet, like a zombie flash mob. I saw in Philadelphia, I guess it was. It's just all these kids all of a sudden showed up. I saw one in Grand Central Station in New York too.
It's just zombie is the hottest genre right now as far as movies are concerned. Vampires are passe at this point, so zombies seem to be what most people are leaning towards as far as interest is concerned. When that outbreak down in Miami happened with the guy that was eating the face off of somebody else, and went across the country, everybody's going nuts. CDC, Center for Disease Control, has actually put up a zombie survival guide.
I saw that,
on CDC.
Yeah.
So it's
But help explain to me. I'll say, what was the big thing about the vampires? There was something sexy about it, right?
They sparkled. They sparkled.
Is there something sexy about zombies?
depends which ones you're looking at, I guess. But
those that find zombies sexy are a entire different class of people. I don't think it's a physical attraction to The Walking Dead or.
What was the biggest challenge you had making this movie?
The biggest challenge making the movie.
Probably the editing.
The editing process. Quite honestly, most Hollywood films are going to take anywhere from 9 months to up to 2 years, sometimes even more in the post-production process. After you shoot it, the filming, the audio, the editing, that is by far the most difficult process. We're spending at this point 18 hours a day. Pretty much night and day to get this film released. We did our last filming for the film 2 weeks ago, and we're releasing it this Saturday.
Oh,
so
wow.
the process of editing has been very condensed and very guerrilla.
I think it's great to shoot from the hip like that, because you've got all of this adrenaline going, all of this creativity. There is no time for it to be lax and you get bored with it. You're here from start to finish.
We call it guerrilla filming, guerrilla movie making. Just going out. All of our shoots, our major shoots, have been 12 to 15-hour days. Of arriving at a location, inviting everyone out, shooting all day long with as many cameras possible, capturing as much. It's been just the entire process.
Does the audience cry at the end when somebody comes to life? I mean, usually the audience says, "Oh, I didn't see it coming. I didn't know they were going to kill him off." But in your movie, they're all dead.
Right.
They're all zombies, right? Aren't zombies?
There's a few twists that we hope with the tears that do fall from the eyes of the viewers are from the comedy aspect of it.
I got you.
But what Bronson was saying, I just want to reiterate on. A lot of Hollywood movies that take 9 months to a year and a half, we have done from conception to completion basically in 3 months.
That's amazing.
Are we going to be singing this? Is this going to be a cult film?
I'm hoping so.
Are there songs in the movie?
There are songs.
So it's like Rocky Horror?
There's live bands that are going to be playing at the Ocala Drive-In Theater.
Oh, really?
And we featured Selfless, who in Ocala Magazine was one of the top 4 of the top 100 bands in Ocala.
Oh, wow.
They have a very good following. They play rock music that is a little hard, so...
we're the #1 children's act in Ocala.
Yes, we are.
Are you?
We're also the only children's act.
The zombie children?
No. Does your film have a hero?
It does. It does. It has...
A few heroes.
It has
actually.
a few heroes. My sister, Derry Mosley, she actually plays the biker heroine Ness, who's just kind of like this. She would kill me for this, but this helpless girl who's on the Santos bike trails, who all of a sudden finds herself besieged in the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, wow. This is going to regenerate people bicycling now, because we love that trail, the Bellevue Santos Trail.
Yeah, that's That's how it started for us, riding up to the land bridge over there and looking over, I-75, on the bike trail. It's a beautiful piece of land. And we'd go out there, 3 or 4 days a week, and we said, it'd be so fun to make a movie.
So people will show up here to see the movie because they want to see things and people they're familiar with. But will it play in Oshkosh? Will it play in Albuquerque? Will they enjoy it as well?
From your lips to God's ears on that one. Basically, our premiere is going to be at the Ocala Drive-In Theater because we've locked in with them. And then we would like to go on Fandango, where you sell X amount of tickets, and then you get a theater to use to premiere and show your movie there for as long as you need. And then we're hoping to be in talks with Marion Theater, where they have a tendency to show a lot of local talent.
Jeffrey Lamb has had 2 there. Have you shown your film on a big screen yet?
As big as the flat screen TVs that we can have during our previews.
So there you go.
But that's not projected onto it. That's projected from behind it.
It's just the
Does that matter?
computer up to it, and basically it's pretty much the same scenario as what you would see in the drive-in theater itself.
Do you have like souvenir things that people can get, like zombie keychains or zombie T-shirts?
That's
or something?
actually in the works.
Merchandise.
We are on that too.
Merch. They call it merch.
Merchandising. That's right.
Will you be at the Fringe Film Festival in Orlando? Will you be showing?
Actually, we are in talks right now with some other independent film companies in and around the Ocala area to do a movie festival at the drive-in theater, where a bunch of us get together, a bunch of movies are shown, and then the people get to vote on which one they think is the best movie, and then there would be a cash prize awarded from the sales of the people that come through the door. And it gets other people out there. I mean, at one point, Ocala was huge for movie making.
Yes.
Right.
The Tarzan
Miller,
guy, he was all
right.
over the place here. They had Jeepers Creepers right here in Marion County was filmed.
Right.
Parts of that were filmed here too. So it's really nice to see the community embrace that old school type of feeling, and doing it at the Ocala Theater kind of brings a relic back to life too, you know, because
by the way, Robin has a connection with all this. She was a member of she was 2 film, you tell them what you were with.
Florida Motion Picture and Television Association and the Film Commission of Real Florida.
For like what, 8 years, something
10.
like that? 10 years.
Yeah.
wow, that's nice.
She has her tenure.
I wish you knew that 3 months ago.
What was the big film that was one with Michael J. Fox or something?
Yeah, it was Doc Hollywood.
Yeah, that
up
one.
in
Okay.
Micanopy, yeah.
Great.
I remember that one.
Micanopy or something?
Yeah. Well, what's wonderful about you guys is that you are very, very selfless and very community oriented, because you're not just allowing your film to be out there, but you're encouraging other films and people of various talents to come out and showcase their talents.
Are you like part psychic or something?
No.
Because the name of the band that is involved in the movie is Selfless.
Selfless,
That's the
yes.
name of the band. So
That's cool. That's cool.
very ironic.
Is that your background? Is your background more music than movies?
Do you
No,
play?
No?
It's a pretty good split. There's a good amount of music in the movie,
But
but
I mean, your personal backgrounds. Like, what were you doing before the movie?
well,
I was more so a writer than actor, director.
Okay, so and you have
editor.
some novels or something that are.
Like every great American that wants to be a writer, I have stacks and stacks of
gotcha.
manuscripts that have not fully come to fruition. I
well.
actually took a break from working on my truest work to come and do this zombie film, and like I said, it grew from a little backyard film project into this huge thing. I will say one thing that is just amazing and awesome about this process is the number of people that have really bought into the Only Another Day production and have given so many hours of their time, on and off the sets,
Right.
and they do it. We've created a family out of it, and that's more
that's
so
good.
than building a production company. We built a family of people that are just excited and driven to work together and totally carry a passion for what we do, and it's awesome to see that. Just every day.
Do you guys have a trailer that we can watch?
We do.
yeah, we do actually.
Where's the trailer? Tell me.
It's
I'll look at it
it's
later.
fun. It's a lot of fun. It's on YouTube,
Uh huh.
and it's Only Another Day.
Just go to YouTube and put in Only Another Day?
Only Another Day official trailer, or Only Another Day official would probably be the
Is there an unofficial one? Did somebody rip you off?
There's nothing yet. There's nothing yet. Or of course, a great source of information for us is the social media, facebook.com/Only Another Day, all one word. That's the interesting thing about the world today is how social networking has made things happen and has changed the dynamic of how we communicate. This project was really built the day that we decided to do this. We built a Facebook page for it, and from that has allowed us to grow and network and communicate with all these people and to build that. So it's interesting how these new tools are making communication and networking really into a powerful element.
Is there a message or a moral to the story? Do we leave saying, "Oh, I know what they're trying to say"?
Oh, at the end of the film?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. By the end of the film, you'll understand.
That we won't tell.
There is
we can't tell?
The climactic moments. I could just say that I say, while we search for a reason, acid rain, raising the dead, wicked voodoo magic that brings people back to life, alien parasites, really government, there always seems to be a reason.
Right.
Most of the time, when really bad things do happen, it is only another day.
And Tony, you are an excellent communicator, and that's one of the key things about getting the film out. You have to be able to communicate with people and market. And you had said something interesting. There's like a subtitle to the movie, because one title was taken up by a comic book.
Oh, The Rocking Dead.
Yeah.
Only Another Day presents The Rocking Dead, because I guess there is what is it, comic book?
There is a video game.
Right, video.
He was pointing to the microphone for some reason. I don't know.
I looked away for a second. Now he's a professional because he's been on the radio a few times.
I was trying to figure it out.
No, it's all good. He was telling me to get closer to the mic so it could be heard.
Audio.
Oh, I see.
He's an audio freak, so.
I see.
I speak it from my editorial hat. I'm just,
He wears many hats, and he's really done a good job. The growth that I've seen from this gentleman sitting next to me since I'm crossed paths with him January 19th.
Wow.
My whole family has been involved. My fiance, Jeannie. And
how did you get involved? So you were recruited by him.
So
actually, I was brought into the project from a friend of a friend, and they talked to me, and they were going to write me in a very small part. And I guess after meeting me and talking to me and
are you a zombie in the movie?
I'm actually a zombie killer in the movie who does become partially infected, but I cannot give you too much more information.
Ooh, boy, don't you hate those partial infections? I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's nothing a doctor could help.
Either full-blown or nothing would be better.
Definitely nothing that a doctor could help.
No, I tell you, one of the, as far as me and Tony goes, one of the things that we keep a philosophy of the Only Another Day filming is that we have these events that are totally open sets, like the rock concert. We did an event at the Santos Bike Trails, a public event on Facebook, inviting everyone to come out and be a part of the filming.
Oh, nice.
You come out, we'll find a way to put you in, whether you're a survivor or a zombie. We'll include you in the process. And through doing that, through having those open doors, we've been able to include powerful additions to our family, like Tony. And it's amazing, not everyone just comes in and ends up being an actor for us. Some of them have become makeup artists. Some of them helped go on to help with the editorial process.
Some
and in case of Tony,
I want to be a powerful addition to somebody's family. I'm going to remember that line. Next time somebody I know gets married,
right,
I'll say, I am a powerful addition to your family.
That's it. That's it.
Where's the kitchen? Huh?
Yeah, show me the fridge.
And this is such a wonderful project you have. It is community oriented, but you both have such a great attitude about it.
Thank you
and
so
that
much.
attitude is extremely important in marketing.
It's infectious, is what we like to
There
think.
you go.
And people hear about it and they get interested and they want to be out there to check it out. So if they come out to the Marion Theater or the Ocala Drive-In Theater on the
Saturday.
23rd on Saturday at 10 o'clock, they get a
At
show.
night, 10 p.m.
10 p.m. They get a show. They get a rock concert for $8 a carload. It doesn't
Wow.
matter if there's 60 people hanging off.
How do we
that vehicle.
applaud at a drive-in? Do we blow our horns?
You blow your horns, you flash your lights. I don't care if you're standing on the roof jumping up and down screaming.
Are you going to somehow address the audience because they're in their cars? I mean, do you have a system?
We actually
way to
have
speak to
a
them?
temporary stage set up over there on top of
nice.
a flatbed trailer. Where
So
the band
people
will
may
be
not
playing.
stay in their car. They might actually get out like a concert, right?
Actually, the drive-in theater holds 250 stalls, but they've
Wow.
gotten as many as 500 cars in there. If that's the case, since the sound is all done through their radio inside the vehicle, we're hoping that everybody turns it up, breaks out the lawn chairs, and sits right outside
Yeah,
their
that
cars.
sounds fun. Yeah.
And it's really going to be a good time.
Sounds like fun.
Are you going to have walking zombies to try to scare people and get people in the
I'm
mood?
telling you, she's on our wavelength here.
Or that's a surprise.
We have been accident free for a little over 3 months now. We're hoping to scare some people in a zombie friendly kind of way to surprise some people with some zombies at the drive-in.
Do you have to go through that rating process like movies have, or is that not?
The ESRB? No,
Whatever that thing is.
we as we move forward with the project and get into distribution and look on putting it into the
So what do you think it'll get? What rating do you think it'll get?
it's probably going to be R with the zombies and the gore and,
Okay.
and
Worst case scenario
unfortunately-
R, best case scenario PG-13.
Correct.
Because there's some language in there that
Yeah.
There's,
there's
there's no zombie love scenes or anything.
Tony, thank you for coming
Oh,
in.
good.
Tony Abendolo. Did I say your name right?
Yes, sir, you
By
did.
the way, and Bronson Mosley, thank you for
Yes,
coming in.
thank you
Good
as
luck
well.
with what you're doing. Come back with the next film, Only Another Day, this Saturday, 10 o'clock at the Ocala Drive-In. And it's not just a movie; it's a rock concert. And go to YouTube, look for the Only Another Day official trailer, and you'll get an idea of what this film is about. And know when you're watching that you're looking at a locally produced and written film, completely made here. Thank you, guys. Good, fun stuff.
Thank you
You
so
as
much
well.
for having us there.
We will take a little break and be right back.
Right now, somewhere in the world, there is a bear waking up from a long winter's hibernation. Scientists are not 100% sure how a bear knows winter is over, but I think I may have an explanation. Here it is. Spring comes to Florida first, so Florida gardeners get that spring fever first and head over to